Hello and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Audrey,
I'm Zach.
and this is our podcast, Friends or Foes. This episode is actually a special episode. Today we are going to be talking about the books versus their movies.
The most controversial part of any adaptation.
Yep. So let's jump right into it. Let's start with
What's the first movie on our list?
there's two. Hunger Games or Harry Potter?
Do you want to do your whole spiel on Harry Potter? Because I know that's your demographic.
Let's go into Hunger Games first before I take over the entire podcast talking about Harry Potter.
Nerd. Yeah,
Says you.
so let's go into the Hunger Games. Have you watched the Hunger Games movie?
Yes.
Compared to the book? We're talking about the first book here.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't want to go on the whole tangent of how long.
I've read and watched all three.
You got me beat. I need to watch, or I need to read the rest of them. But let's start off with the similarities. What do you remember from the movie and the book? Similar.
So most of the stuff about them actually in the game was somewhat similar. The love interest between the two was pretty similar. I'd say Haymitch between the book and the movie were pretty accurate.
I would just like to say personally, I thought they chose the best person to play Haymitch, and that is Woody Harrelson. He plays the drunken kind of mentor really well.
Yeah.
And it's funny to me to watch him in a role because I've seen him in roles like Zombieland and stuff like that, where he's a super cool, take no crap from anybody. He's super, I don't know how to put it without using colorful language, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. And
now in this movie, he's kind of like a shell of a human. He's kind of a drunk, just he's kind of he's not nice. I'm going to be honest. He's kind of
piece
rude.
of garbage.
Yeah, he's kind of an alcoholic. He treats Katniss and Peeta not very well.
No, I mean, at the beginning he doesn't. Later on.
Oh, well, no, he grows to that figure. And I also think the reason why he was so hard on them was because
of his past.
That, and also, think about it. They're going into a death game. You're not going to look at somebody
that he survived.
He's one of the survivors. Yeah, good job, little Timmy. You're doing great. You missed that shot, but that's fine. The games will let you by. No,
that's more of a, you missed that shot? Okay, we're going to send hellhounds upon you.
Yep, that are previous contestants.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just say that about the book and not the movie? Because that's not in the movie, I'm pretty sure. The hounds?
No, that's one thing that wasn't in the movies, the hounds. But the one thing in the books that I hated was either I think it was the hounds, because their eyes looked similar to the people.
Well, yeah, because they were turning the dead contestants into them.
You know what I hated about that? Rue.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was to pull at your heartstrings.
When I read that one part, it was that Katniss saw Rue's eyes in one of the hounds. I almost threw the book across my bedroom because I was like, no, how could you do that to that poor innocent girl?
This is also a girl that was stabbed in the stomach by one of the guys from, was it District 2 or District 1?
I think it was District 2, but I could be wrong.
But
do you know how she dies is different in the movie than it was in the book?
Yeah, it is 100%.
The arrow in their stomach?
Yeah. Because in the book, it was a spear.
Wait.
Yeah, in the book, it was a spear.
It was something where she was shot in the stomach in the movie, and then it was something was protruding from her stomach. It's
yeah, and in the book, she was stabbed by the male from District 2 with a spear. Then Katniss, takes an arrow to his
jugular.
Trachea.
Throat area.
Which is a painful way to die because, drowning on your own blood.
Or suffocation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say this: no matter what adaptation you watch, the arrow or the spear, Rue did not deserve that.
Oh, she's
Justice
like,
for Rue.
I'm so glad that shoot, what's Katniss' sister's name?
Oh, Prim.
I'm so glad that Katniss stepped in for Prim, because if Prim went into the Hunger Games,
Is it kind of bad? I want to see a spin-off story of a different universe where Katniss doesn't stand up and see Prim go through it and see how her character would change.
I would like to see that. But what if Katniss got drawn, but Prim stood up and volunteered as tribute?
Role.
Yeah, I would want to see that, because then Katniss would feel the guilt of being the older sister, but the younger sister
Took over
and like didn't let that happen to her.
And now it would check out for Prim's character being protective and trying to, that's my older sister, I'm not going to let her.
Right, but the actual adaptation was Katniss stepped in because it's her younger sister. She's not going to let anything happen to her younger sister.
She didn't even let Prim put her name in extra times.
Yeah.
Like she had to, which
she didn't have to, she chose to, only because that meant her and her family got extra rations that year.
Ignoring all the illegal hunting and all that fun stuff too.
Illegal hunting? What's that?
Oh. I will say this. I don't like that they didn't have the wolf part in the movie. Mm-hmm. Not because I'm saying, oh, no, I want all the sad part. But I feel like I like when they stick to the material of the book.
Yeah.
Removing a part like that. Yes, it's not 100% needed, but it's still a very, like, vivid detail that shaped Katniss's whole perspective.
Yeah.
And also, a lot of people have disagreed with me on this. I've talked about it. I don't like how whiny Katniss is. I think she whines too much. But that's not me saying that she's a bad character, and I understand why she is like that. But I'm also thinking of other dystopian novels.
Yeah, you've read more of the hardcore dystopian, whereas like Hunger Games is more of like the
adult fiction or young adult.
Yeah.
And I hate that because in the other dystopian, they're whiny, but they're not.
It's like there's like a difference with like what you're talking about. It's like the needy versus just complaining.
Yes, because like in most dystopian novels, it's complaining and then doing something about it. Katniss just annoys me sometimes. So I have to understand she's literally fighting for her life to, survive, but also I feel like in that situation, I can't put myself in that place. But if I could, I wouldn't want to whine because that would just waste more time just to not have enough anything. Because imagine what they're going through. Like that whole thought process would be terrifying. I'm about to go risk my life for a game that's made for rich people to watch me die.
Right. Not even rich people. It's just the entire, like, that whole universe, like, in retrospect.
Country.
Because it's like all of the districts are watching. And even the capital is watching. So is President Snow. He's actually the one controlling the game.
Well, of course. Yeah. And he's also the one that probably controls what happens in the game. If something like, the giant fireballs or anything else to that matter. There we go. Also, can I just mention, in the book, they go into a lot more vivid detail with how the, terrain is. And now, don't get me wrong. The movie has some really pretty and spectacular shots.
Yeah.
And really well done. It's weird, but I feel like the words in the book almost give it a better feeling, almost.
Description
and immersive. You're watching it cool, that looks really pretty, that looks really cool, blah, blah, blah. But you're reading these books, you're picturing it in your head, so you're getting immersed into this world of chaos and dictatorship to a degree.
Yes, no. Ugh. One thing, it was in one of the movies, I don't remember which one, if it was the first one or the second one, but they got to the edge of the arena or whatever, and they went to somebody went to go walk out of the area, out of the game area.
Yeah.
They walk in only to get blown backwards because it's an invisible force field.
Huh. Interesting. I think that's the second one.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna say about it because I haven't watched it.
One of my earlier memories was my mom watching the third one when everyone starts to rebel.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
And
That means you probably saw what District 13 looks like.
It's kind of I was also like 5 when I watched that, so I'm 19 now. That was 14 years, or no, sorry, let me do the math correctly. 14 years ago.
Negative.
Wait, what?
You and mental math don't get along very well. You said
14 years ago.
9 negative.
Oh, well, I'm tired,
I think
man.
you're subtracting.
I'm trying to do the math in my head, and I have too many things running in my head at once. But
Still on topic of Hunger Games, what do you think of Katniss's stylist? The gay guy?
Oh, well, yeah. What I think of him is he's 6 feet in the ground. He's dead.
Besides that,
I love his sass. I love his character.
He's like the most stereotypical gay guy in any given movie.
But he pulls it off, if you get my
Yes.
point. Like, it's not like it's the stereotype. No, it's it's that stereotype.
But
when
it's like-
pulled off.
Yeah, it was just every time I think of him, he's like "How you doing, honey?"
Or my favorite thing is like when she's like fully naked and they're trying to like get
He's
the
like,
clothes ready.
Girl, I've seen it all before.
Yeah, literally just the, honey, if you're worried about that, you got a lot worse issues to worry about right now.
Yeah, I love that. I love his character.
It sucks that, he dies in the second book.
Mm-hmm. Wait, how do you know that if you hadn't read the second book?
You got to remember how much you forgot you spoiled.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, no. And also you got to remember these books have been around since 2010?
Earlier? I don't remember.
I think the first one came out in 2010 or 2009.
I'll look it up later.
Yeah, but I think comparing to the movie to the book, it's a good adaptation, but there's definitely things they could have done.
The books are better.
You heard it here, folks. And all over the internet. Because everyone probably would agree with that, or most people would.
The books are better than the movies for Hunger Games.
Now, if you really, what I've learned as a person that's just getting big into reading as I got older, because I never liked reading when I was younger, is that if you really want to mess with somebody and make them upset, tell them the book is not as good as the movie. I'm just getting the death glare right now for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's a good idea, but if you really want to mess with somebody, if I don't show up after this podcast, we know why. So would you like to move on to our next topic?
Harry Potter. So, you read the first book.
Sadly, yes.
And have you watched the first movie?
Yes, I've seen the first movie.
What did you? Well, how long ago was that? Just
The
so
book
we can.
or the movie?
Yes.
The movie probably a few months ago. I watched that willingly with my mom because I was just spending
really?
I was just spending time with her. I didn't really care what we were watching.
Fair enough.
But now reading was probably 3 years ago.
Okay,
I
so
still
it's
remember the main points, and I also
it's relatively fresh.
I could tell you a lot of things.
Okay, so what did you think about the movie?
The movie is okay. I'm gonna make this very clear. Start this off. I don't like Harry Potter. Harry Potter is Star Wars with crappy lightsabers. I stand on that point. But I also appreciate Harry Potter because a lot of people grew up with it. A lot of people enjoyed it, even though the writer of it is not really a nice person. That's another issue altogether.
Yep.
But I appreciate it for what it's done for a lot of people in my life. Who, like my grandma has a tattoo for Harry Potter. My mom has a tattoo for Harry Potter. My mom.
I might be getting one later in life.
The person I'm dating might be getting one later in their life. She actually has the Deathly Hallows on her calf.
Ooh, that's cool.
She also has a Deathly Hallows ring. So my family is full of nerds of Harry Potter, and I'm kind of shunned whenever we get on that topic because I look at all of them and say it's a boring concept.
So I'm gonna get along really well with your family.
Oh yeah, you'll get along just fine.
So the first movie compared to the book for the first Harry Potter for like the first one, the book was pretty good, and there's a lot of like really good details in the first book. Like the one scene in the book that did not make it into the movie that I'm like, it was only briefly in the movie, but Nearly Headless Nick's death day party. Like Harry, Ron, and Hermione got invited to it, and they had the party, and there was all the ghosts and stuff. But in the movie, it was only like briefly brought up, which I'm not very happy about. Another thing is Peeves the Poltergeist. He's in the books. All 7 books. But who isn't in the movies? Peeves.
I was actually going to ask you about that. What was the character that was forgotten about in the movies, but it's in every book? And it's,
You want me to name a bunch?
oh, there's more?
There's more than just Peeves.
Oh.
There's Peeves. There is, not Bippy. That is not the right. What am I thinking? Dobby. Oh, one, in the series that they completely took out was Hermione. This was like later on in the series, but she was like knitting all these hats, socks, gloves, clothes for the house elves, working in the kitchens at Hogwarts. And they were all like so happy to have all the clothes. And Dobby had like a ginormous pile of hats on his head. And it was like the best ever. But they did not include that in the movies. I was so upset when I didn't see that in movies.
You have given Dobby a sock. Dobby is free elf.
Master has given Dobby a sock. Dobby is free.
I see why you like Dobby so much. I see a pretty
I was
accurate.
so sad when Dobby died.
I completely forgot Dobby died.
Yep. He took a knife right into like the lower,
Abdomen.
yeah, like the stomach area. Yeah. He died. So did Fred.
I don't know who Fred is.
The twins?
Oh, that Fred. Oh.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, I remember Harry Potter and reading it. I remember watching the movies. But
Yeah.
all that information I obtained wasn't obtained. It's kind of just sits there docile. And I pick on my mom for loving Harry Potter all the time because she's never been to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
I want to go.
I have.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did.
I went there and it is so much fun. I don't like Harry Potter, but I had fun because I rode on the Escape from Gringotts.
Ooh.
Great ride. Recommend 100%. And also, if you buy a wand, everything is interactable and it's
Yeah.
really fun. And
Yep.
also, you know the giant dragon on the top of the
Yeah.
bank? I was there when it shot fire. Super cool. I used to have a video of it. Don't have it anymore, sadly.
Oh, man.
Super cool. Recommend that I would go back to Florida for Universal and Harry Potter and the Wizarding World because
Yes.
the actual like environment there, even though I don't like the story big, I can get behind going to see
Yeah.
the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Okay, so I'm not going to go into my whole spiel because I talked quite a bit on Harry Potter. Whole spiel. The books are so much better than the movies because when they were making the movies, they did not base it off the books at all.
It was loosely.
It was loosely based on the books, and it was just a whole bunch of like rules and stuff with filming the movies and stuff. It just made me start to like not like the movies as much as I love the books.
Feel about what is the spin-off series, the movies, Magical Things and Where to Find. No, what is it? It takes place in America. It's like the early 1950s.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
That's one.
I have not seen it.
You haven't?
I've read the book.
Okay, how do you like
The
the
book
book
was
then?
decent.
Is this still J.K. Rowling?
Yeah,
Okay.
Rowling. So I guess we have to end the podcast now
Yep.
because
We gotta,
we had 2 other books that we were going to talk about, but
we're already hitting 23 minutes.
oh shoot.
Yeah.
So the other 2 books that we were going to talk about, let's just mention them briefly. Outsiders. What do you like better, the book or the movie?
Book. The movie cut out way too much, and also like the whole scene with the church and everything, like where they were staying.
Yeah.
Kind of got forced, like overlooked, and didn't even really. Also, Johnny's death hit a lot hard, and Dally's death hit a lot harder in the book than it did the movie.
Yes. And then last book, and like last little one is Fahrenheit 451. Book.
The book is better 100%. Now, do I like the idea of a futuristic version of it? Like, not just books now. It's all kinds of media. I
Yeah.
like that idea. But the ending of the movie, like, really
so
ruined
bad.
it for
Like
me.
the
It was-
birds?
Yeah. The bird
yeah,
had some
no.
sort of genetic coding that would pass on the information. At least Fahrenheit 451's book ending made sense. It was people who had the books memorized.
Yeah.
Even though
And they were going back after the city was bombed to go rebuild it.
they
And
completely skipped over the whole
Yeah,
war
no.
part, like
like,
at
where'd
all.
that go?
And
Yeah.
also the factor is that for some reason now Clarice, isn't that her name? The
Mm-hmm.
girl is now a love interest.
Ew.
I don't like it. She's a 17-year-old girl in the book, and now in the movie, she's like a 26-year-old, like rebellious
Woman.
woman that's like in love with
Montag?
Montag. Yeah, I just. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no.
Now, is it like a bad movie? Like, I don't say don't watch it. No, but I would recommend separating it from the book
Yeah.
it's connected.
Like, if you're gonna watch the movie, don't read the book.
Or if you already read the book and you want to watch the movie, keep it in mind that this is someone else's adaptation and this should not be connected to the book, because besides it being connected to the book, it was genuinely an entertaining movie. Like, I can
Yeah.
get behind it, just not the ending. The ending was my only issue.
So, what do we think about all of that?
100%
Yes.
foes.
These two books and movies do not get along whatsoever. There could be books where they have movie adaptations that are better.
Psycho is one that has a better movie. I will stand on that. The Psycho book was okay, but the iconic shower scene in Psycho is kind of like revolutionary for horror movies.
If you're looking at that, then okay. But in my opinion, for Psycho, I like the book better than the movie.
That's fair.
Then again, I didn't pay attention very much while watching the movie.
I've watched that movie like 3 times, so I kind of...
I could pass on that one. I don't want to really
Also,
watch that one again.
it's kind of just one of those things, like, it's going to forever go down. Because when you say Psycho, what do you think people are going to think about first? The movie.
They're gonna think of the shower scene.
Exactly, which is from the movie.
Yeah.
Because that scene specifically
But the
is iconic.
detail of the shower scene though in the book,
Oh, no. Now that I will agree with you completely.
yeah, like that,
Her head getting sawed off instead. Yeah. Instead of
and
just...
then at the end of the book when it's like the whole mental warfare between the son and the mother.
They
it's
dabble
like-
on that in the movie, but not as much as the
The
book.
book
did.
that's where the book was so much better. Also, when I forget the girl's name, went to go see what was in the basement and finding the skeleton.
That
And it was like in the book, it was described so much better than it was shown in the movie.
that is fair, but I still
So-
think the movie is better because of how iconic it is, and I
Darn
will
it.
stand on that.
I think the book is better.
And also, I know people personally that don't even know it's a book; they know it just for the movie.
Wow.
Well, you got to remember the only reason why that got so much publicity was
It's the
because of the
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
And that's not me dissing on the book. The book is a great book. I would reread it, but that movie is iconic and nothing.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right. So these two are not friends at all whatsoever.
The best I could say is frenemies at the best.
Oh, I like that. Frenemies. So that's a wrap on the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in to our chaos. Maybe we could continue this on a later day.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We will have time
Maybe.
later on.
All right. So this is
Peace out.
Audrey
This is Zach.
signing out.
Peace out.